Hey guys, back in the garage again. Well, we picked up a new project. It's a car that's been sitting, I guess, over 20 years. It hasn't been started in over 3 years. The gentleman's name who owns the car, his name is Glenn. He lives right around the corner from me. And he had asked me, he's like, "Listen, Al, I want to get my car back on the road, and would you be able to do it for me?" He asked me this a long time ago, and now I think we have time to do it. I know you guys are like, "Al, when are you going to start on this Mustang?" And I'm going to start on this Mustang. Probably, I'm going to say within a month, we're going to start on this car right over here. The thing is, I'm not really familiar with Mustangs. I'm not familiar with them at all. I don't really know too much about them. I know a little bit about them. Years ago, I think probably one of the first cars I ever restored and actually did it as a job for somebody was a 1966 Mustang. And I always felt that they were cool cars. I always liked them. So, this gentleman approached me. He saw this car sitting right here. And he's like, Al, I didn't know you worked on Mustangs. And I'm like, I don't work on Mustangs. I don't even know too much about them, but I always liked them. So now a lot of you guys guessed at what this car was. A lot of you guys were right. A lot of you guys are wrong. And some of you guys, I don't know what you were thinking, but let's take a look at it. All righty. It's a notchback. Let's take a look at the other side. Then I'll go over the whole car, tell you what it's all about. It's a nice car. A super, super solid car. Okay, it's a 1966 Mustang. The gentleman, like I say, the gentleman owns it. His name is Glenn. He's owned this car since 1984, I believe. Don't hold me to it, and if I'm wrong, Glenn, I apologize. He's owned it, I believe, since 1984. He had it was an original six-cylinder car, and what he had done was he bought. I guess he took a 1969 Mustang that had a 351 in it and swapped over the drivetrain into this car here. Let's take a look at the motor. There it is. A power steering car, a 351. But I have to say, because we know these Mustangs, they rot to death. I think they were rotten on the assembly line. And I'm not putting the Ford Mustang down because I love them, but it's just they just rotted. So take a look at the frame rails over here up front. That's what it looks like throughout the entire car. Underneath, I think the floor pan has it's, it's something like about that big that has to be repaired. The floors are in super nice shape. It's a super solid car. So Glenn had asked me if I had time to do this car. So here's the story with this car. It's been sitting a long time. Glenn approached me to see if I could do it, and yeah, I could do the paint and body and send it out, and have it painted and everything. And then the more I thought about it, it's like, well, maybe could you just finish the whole car? This way when I get it back, maybe I could just start driving it and enjoying it because it's been so long since I've driven the car. And listen, we're not getting any younger, so he wants to start enjoying it, and he figures, I guess if I bring him the car and it's all painted and everything, he still has to get into the brakes. He still has to get into the mechanics of it and everything. He still has to do a carb a headliner. So I guess he figured, while it's here, let me get as much done or all of it that I can on the car. I got 2 weeks. My son and I, we're going to start working on this car. Today, I'm going to start working on this car. Today, what I want to do is I want to take the wheels and tires off. I want to, you know what, actually, what I should do now? It's got a battery in it, and it's got a little bit of power left in it. An old Interstate. So let me throw a charge on it. And then maybe what we'll try to do, we'll see if it'll start. I think he said the last time it ran was over 3 years ago. So it'd be nice to get this thing running. So we'll let this charge up. Let me plug this in. We'll let it charge up as long as we can, and while it's charging, we'll take the wheels off the back. We'll put the back up on jack stands, and then maybe we'll try to start this thing. Let's see. Let's see how much power is in there. Yeah, no, I think this is going to take a charge. And like I say, I have my jumper pack, so even if it has a little bit of power in it, the jumper pack should be able to get this thing to crank over and probably start. So let's see what we can do. What I want to try to do is I want to take the wheels and tires off. So I'm going to get this up in the air, get the jack stands on underneath it, take the wheels off, and then hopefully that'll give this enough time, the battery enough time to charge. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's take a look inside the trunk. I have the keys. Oh, and Glenn, by the way, I have to show you something. I think you're going to be surprised. Hold on. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wrong one. Wrong key. This is the key. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there. Huh. I don't even know where to start. All right. I don't even know if I have enough room to put any of this stuff anywhere. But we'll figure that out later. But supposedly it's supposed to have all the patch panels in there, like these panels here. This door is actually really clean. It's in really nice shape, inside and out. This fender is not bad either. So it's got a little right here, a little bit of flex in the metal there. So what I want to do is, yeah, let me show you this fender too. I should have shown you this the first time we went around the car. This fender right here, that's got to get fixed. And around the lip here, down in here, this is all got to get changed. I'll add new metal in there. But the crazy thing is I think this car was in the same neighborhood as Scraps. Take a look down the side of this car. It's the same on the quarter panel. So this car was in a rough neighborhood also. So let me just jump on that. Let me see what I could do as far as getting the wheels and tires off. And let's see if we can get this thing cranking a little bit. All right, so I'll be right back. Here we go. Oh, here comes that noise again. It's a nice solid car. You know what? Let's fast forward this. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing started. The wheels are off the ground. I'm a lot more comfortable like that. Let's see what we can do with this. I just want to see if it kicks over and cranks. Because then that's half. I'm not going to say it's half the battle, but a little piece of the battle. Huh. Well, we got interior lights. Let's see what else we can get on this. Okay. Let's clean off those battery terminals. All right. So I cleaned off the battery terminals here and the solenoid right there. So now let's see if it'll crank. If it'll crank, maybe we'll put a little bit of gas down the carburetor and see if it turns over. All right. So let me see if it cranks now. Interior lights are nice and bright. right, so we know it cranks. It's just the battery's weak, and it's still cranked it okay. Um, you know what? Let's throw. Let's take the air cleaner off. Oh, hold on. Let's take this off. We'll put a little gas down the carburetor. And we'll throw the jumper pack on. All right. A little bit of much. Let's grab the jumper pack. Right over here. We'll throw this jumper pack on here. The jumper pack's only at about 50% or 58% because I had to use it yesterday to winch this car up on the trailer. And it just drew it down and I forgot to charge it. So let me unplug this. Disconnect it. Throw this jumper pack on. All right. All right. Let's crank it and see what it does. Oh, it's nice and bright. It's cranking nice and strong. That little jumper pack is probably almost dead because I didn't charge it. Let's try this one more time. And then I gotta call Glenn to see if it's got a kill switch anywhere. All right, so it's ready to go again. Huh. All right. We're going to have to go call Glenn to see if there's a kill switch in this car. Because I have a feeling there is. But it cranks over pretty healthy. You know, I'm not going to. I'm going to have to put that shelf up. I'm not going to take the wheels and tires off this car. What I think I'm going to do is this is as far as I'm going to go with this car. Oh, another reason why I wanted to take on this car was to familiarize myself with a Mustang. And, anything that I can learn off of this car will help us with this car. So that was another reason. So this is going to be our next project for the next 2 weeks. And then we'll have the 69 Camaro back. We'll have Cali. And by the time we're done with Cali, even if this car isn't ready, we're just going to jump on the fastback and move along with that. So I just wanted to keep you posted on what we're going to be working on in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be working on this '66 Mustang. Nice, solid car. I only wanted to work in the garage today for a little bit, but a good friend of mine stopped by, and we were talking almost all day. And so I really wanted to see if we can get this thing started. And I think it's going to run. I think this car's going to run. It cranks over pretty strong. So you know me, enough babbling. This is going to be the next project, and I know you guys are like, Alan, when are you going to start on the fastback? I'm telling you, I don't know anything about Mustangs, and I hope I don't make you nervous, Glenn. But I'm going to learn a lot on this car here, and and it's going to help somebody get a car back on the road. He hasn't driven his car in 20 years, so it'll make a great summer for him. I hope, knock on wood, and and we're only a couple weeks behind on the fastback build, so and I'm okay with that. I hope you are, and I hope you're okay with working on these Mustangs. I always liked them. I always thought they were cool cars, but we'll be flip flopping back and forth. A few weeks ago, this well, no, not a few weeks ago, but a few months ago, this car was, two Camaros to one Mustang. Now it's two Mustangs and one Camaro. So, like I say, enough babbling. I just wanted to keep you posted on what was going on in this little garage over here. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys take care of yourselves.